Can I say something? We here at the Kiss Castle love to pre-record episodes, and now, due to the outcome of the election, we're trying to navigate how to or whether or not to use this content that's silly and goofy and could maybe come off as like ignorant or out of place now.
And it's been kind of a confusing feeling being like, should we scrap these episodes or keep them and put them out? But we think safe spaces and joy and levity are more important than ever. And we hope you guys enjoy the episodes anyways.
And just keep in mind they are quite old. As you'll see from some of the things we discuss, it might just feel a little outdated, but we did get a lot of giggling out of watching them back, so I just hope you guys will feel that way too. And yeah, the next few episodes will be pre-recorded, so just know that's why the girls are being extra jolly.
Can I say something?
Yes.
I forgot to say one other thing from the captain story.
One thing about us, we're going to talk about the captain.
And it reminded me of you being like, I didn't say everything I wanted to say.
Yeah.
Because I also didn't say everything I wanted to say.
Okay, I want to know what you had to say.
I put this in the note, in our shared note, and then I freaked out about telling it.
Really?
Because here's why. We have so many frogs listening.
If you've never seen the set, honestly, like Easter egg, guess how many frogs are on the set?
There's so many.
There's so many frogs.
They're on our blanket. There's two in between us.
One is a toad. But is it like a category? Like a toad is a frog, but a frog isn't a toad?
Yeah, I think not all frogs are toads, but all toads are frogs.
Totally.
If I had to
guess.
Also, my mom told me an idiom yesterday, which I'm obsessed with. I said, repeat that. I need to tell Madeline.
What is it?
Okay, I'm going to butcher it, I fear. But it's many a slip between the cup and the lip. And I was telling her how I'm not telling everyone about the pod just yet because evil eye, like I just want it to be out, and how so many things can go wrong between you planning for something to happen and it actually happening. And she said, many a slip between the cup and the lip. Like there's a lot of room for the coffee or tea to fall out of the teapot before it reaches your lips. Aren't you obsessed with it?
Many a
slip
before
between the cup and the lip.
That's a hard one.
I love that it rhymes.
Many a slip
like
between
Taylor
the cup
Swift
and the lip.
would love it. She doesn't know about
that.
that yet.
She's gonna put that in a song. I can totally see that.
Maybe she's Easter egging through us.
Ooh.
Okay, let me tell you about the frog parable.
Okay.
I just looked it up right when you were setting up because I wanted to check the science behind it.
Okay.
The science doesn't check out.
And that's okay.
But let's take our science hats off.
And put our tiaras on.
So good. Okay. Here it is. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
And then afterwards, you tell me how this maps to the captain.
Okay. Like a guessing game?
Yes.
Okay.
Exactly. If you put a frog in boiling water, it'll jump right out. But if you put a frog in room temperature water and you slowly turn up the heat, it doesn't know when to jump out, and then it will die. And I'm so sorry.
I just saw their eyes
Toad.
twitch. They just got really
out of the
nervous.
Corner of your eye.
Yeah.
They like freaked out.
It's
I'm
actually
so sorry,
scaring
guys.
me that they can move like that.
Isn't that
That's brilliant.
an insane
I
parable?
love that. I
Yeah.
feel like that can be applied to so many situations.
And it is really true. I think that's why love bombing and all that stuff works.
And that's like what we were talking about, like the things people warn you about. They don't start bad. You don't know you're in a boiling pot. The water is slowly being turned up. And you're like, ooh, okay, hot tub.
If you see red flags right away day one, you're more likely to leave because you're not emotionally as invested yet.
Right. They don't ever show the red flags right away.
Or sometimes they do.
Those are like the less skilled narcissists.
Yeah. But the really skilled, like the captain, very skilled narcissist.
He had 32 years of practice.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's an amazing.
And I really wanted to tell you it. I had to hold that in all day.
Oh, thank you for like keeping it to yourself. That was super brave.
I was going to tell you in the car because, again, I didn't want to say it around Frog and Toad.
I know.
And freak them out.
I think they're like willing to take one for the pod.
He looks so scared.
They look
right
like
now.
they're like trying not to move to like let us know they're living breathing frog and toad.
Yeah.
Can I tell you something?
Please.
It reminds me of that, and I'm gonna butcher this. I think I've told it to you before.
Little butcher.
It's called the crab in a bucket theory.
I think about crab and bucket all the time.
And one thing about everything is it's always a theory. Everything is a theory.
I don't like that about the new internet. Call it a parable. Bring back the word parable.
Okay, bring back parable. Crab in a bucket parable. When a bunch of crabs are in a bucket, the ones at the top could easily get out because they're right by the top, right? The only reason they can't get out is because the other crabs are dragging them down because they're also trying to get out. And it's like how, you know, we're making this pod and like it's probably the number one pod in the world to some, but everyone else is trying to drag us back into the bucket. By everyone else, I mean like the people in charge of these apps on the internet that or Instagram who keeps banning our account. They're dragging us into the bucket.
And some of your exes.
Dragging me into the bucket? Wait, you're right. No, you're right. Some of my exes were like the crab.
They did not want you to escape the bucket.
Okay, loving the crabs, the frogs.
Mm-hmm.
Do we have anything
Should we
else?
get like a crab on set, do you think?
Ooh.
I know we don't have a moat.
We don't have a moat.
So where would the crab go?
Right. He would what's the opposite of drown? Suffocate in the air without the water?
Can't crabs be out like on the beach? I don't know that much.
Perhaps.
I don't know.
You're from California. I'm merely from the Midwest. I've never seen
true.
a crab.
I'll say something about being from California. And I feel like I can say this because I've been around the Pacific Ocean. Lake Michigan, way better than the Pacific Ocean. I'm a huge lake girl now.
Really?
Pacific Ocean is kind of lame. Like you can never really get in there. It's always so
It's
cold.
Yeah, that's true.
Right now, as we speak, Lake Michigan is like 72 degrees.
Ah,
Beautiful.
Let's go take a dip after this.
We've never taken a dip
We've
together.
One thing about me, I've never taken a dip in
I-
anything because I don't know how to swim.
That's crazy about you.
If anything, I like stand under things, but I'm not dipping into
What are you
it.
standing under?
Showers, rain,
Oh, absolutely.
waterfalls. If there was one, I would stand under that.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not about to dip into a body of water because I will drown.
Yeah, the lake is actually not super dangerous if you go when there's
Because there's not like
lifeguard.
waves like the ocean that
Mhm.
kind of suck you in.
But sometimes it's really dangerous.
Okay. You're kind of contradicting yourself right now. Like, what's the
You have
truth?
to like Google it. Like, how dangerous is it today?
Sometimes I get alerts on my phone like, don't go in the lake today.
And you're like, I wasn't.
girl, I
planning on
wasn't
it."
gonna.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you with a C. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, what are we talking about today?
That's such a good question.
Influencing. Oh, I don't
Ooh,
like that.
There is
one.
a C in it.
Yeah, there is.
Influencing.
I love when you make that little sound with your mouth.
Me too.
And what about it?
Yeah, let's talk about the internet. Let's talk about social media.
I think there's a lot of like guilt and shame that comes with the word.
And yeah, like embarrassment. I personally would never tell someone I'm an influencer. Even my manager like cringes at the word influencer. She says content creator. That's a better word. CC. Content creator.
Like famously
Stop.
CC. You
Yeah,
know?
no, that's huge.
You don't need to stop. I love every time you do it. I feel like a jolt of electricity.
Oh, good,
electricity to me.
I have to say something. We've never potted so early in the day.
It is like noon.
So I'm feeling this mix of like caffeinated and
I think it's good for us. It's almost we're treating this as a work day.
we're working.
Work with a C.
We're working early because we're
podcasters.
podcasters. I love when we harmonize.
We're not harmonizing. I'm a horrible singer. I don't know how to harmonize.
But I think it's so bad that it's
Can I tell you my trauma?
Yes.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I will never forget this, 4th grade. There may be people from my 4th grade class listening and they can vouch for this being true, which is horrible. Okay. You know how 4th grade you have zero sense of self also?
Yeah. Famously.
Really view the story through that lens.
Okay. Like
Okay.
you're tiny, you're a 4th grader.
Tiny. We have a music room
Ugh,
at our
scary.
school. We go to music class once a week. Okay. So the entire class, like once a week goes to art class, once a week goes to music class. Why is that funny?
I'm just picturing little you in your music room.
I have photos from it.
Aww.
I actually have so many thoughts about that music class that I can share at a later date. Anyways, because this is not what the episode is about, but I actually, now that I've started the story, need to finish it.
Some may say no one knows what this episode is about. Okay, keep going.
We said influencing, and I fear it's not.
My
gonna be-
brain is blanking on anything that has to do with the internet. But we'll get
Okay,
there.
we'll get there. So we're in this class, and we're supposed to put on like this musical at the end of the year about the gold rush. California, the gold rush happened.
That's cute.
I remember a lot of the songs. Gold Dust or Bust was one of them. Really good song.
You have such a good memory.
I think about that song all the time. I need to find a playlist online because bangers.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyways, we all are sitting in a circle and we're practicing all the songs we're going to sing. And at some point, Miss B, I remember her last name, but I'm not going to blast her on the internet like she did me. But Miss B is saying, someone in this room is really off key. Okay? And by the way, I had incredible self-confidence at 4th grade. So I'm like, that can't be me. I should be singing louder to drown out.
She's going to give me a solo.
If she hears me loud enough, right? So she's like, someone on this side of the room, and she points to half the room, and she's like, someone on this side of the room is a really off-key, just this side of the room sing, so I can figure out exactly who it is. I'm singing louder because I want to drown out this.
It's not me.
Actually, I was like, there's no way. I love singing. I love singing and dancing. So I start singing louder. Then she points to a quarter of the room. She said, it's someone on this quarter of the room.
You're like, weird. Like, weird, they must be right next to me.
I still have no idea, Madeline. I am singing louder with each.
I can just see for some reason, like, little you, like, worried because you also want her to find them to, like, not bring you down in the musical.
And then it goes from a quarter to an eighth. This is where I start getting suspicious.
How many people are in an eighth? Like 3?
It's like 5, maybe.
Okay.
And I'm looking around. I'm like, actually, the people sitting around me are pretty good singers. So this is weird. I'm sure she's mistaken.
She has bad hearing.
She points at me. This is the actual child abuse. Sorry, not actual. It's really,
some may say,
really traumatizing. She points at me and she says, "You just mouth the lyrics." To me in front of my entire class. I think there were actually 2 4th grade classes and 1 music class. She says, "You just mouth it." I remember I had a crush on a boy in the class. He saw it.
Oh.
Everyone. Madeline,
did you cry?
I held it together.
Oh, did you tell your mom when you got home?
No, I told her like a year ago.
Oh.
I told her pretty recently. Well, I was so embarrassed. I was like, I don't want anyone else to be aware of my horrible singing, so I kept it in.
Oh my god. So during the play, you literally mouthed it?
Oh, yeah.
I would have sabotaged her. I would have sang louder than I've ever sang before.
I should have. But it shot my self-confidence.
Can I say something?
Please.
Part of the reason I'm laughing so hard right now is because you told me that story at least like 5 different times. You've never went into such detail, which is why it's making me laugh, but it's like this has really stuck with you.
It's really
because
stuck with me.
anytime we're singing,
Happy
you go,
birthdays even.
You're like, guys, don't worry, I can't sing. They told me that in the 4th grade. And I'm like, and I didn't get the extent of it.
But now do you see?
No, I would never stop talking about that.
I have a couple friends who remember this. They can vouch for the story.
That's
being
so
true.
sad.
Yeah, it was actually really sad.
I fear she was taking the gold rush a little too seriously for the 4th grade community.
Gold dust or bust.
Wait, that was beautiful.
Thank you.
Wait, should we all kind of like bring back your singing era?
My singing career. I'm
Yeah.
working No, and also here's the thing. To survive and sort of reclaim this trauma, this past birthday, I did karaoke.
Oh, you did.
Even in my birthday note.
In your picture, you were 4 years old. Oh wait, it's 4th grade. Wait, but there's a lot of 4s going on.
Which is angel numbers?
Oh my
Question mark?
god, something about you. You're an angel.
Thank you. Every time I tell the story, I get really sweaty. I can feel myself sweating.
Because you're like being triggered. Trauma lives in the body.
Your body keeps the score.
Your body does keep the score. Wait, how did he turn like that? We're talking about the toad if you're
that
naughty.
freaked me out. He was looking right at me.
No, he's actually plotting our downfall.
He's really human. Something about him that no one
No,
knows.
the yellow one we're scared of. The green one is so regular. The yellow one is so scary.
And the camera loves to focus on the yellow one.
Because he's very human.
Yeah. Oh, sweet pie. But yeah, that's my singing trauma.
Wait, what were you just going to say? Oh, you reclaimed it at
I
karaoke.
reclaimed it at my birthday.
And you killed it, and not only are you a great singer, But you have a special skill no one knows about,
No one knows about.
playing the tambourine.
So if anyone's in a band, needs a tambourine player, I went home that night, ordered a tambourine.
You could like get hired to play at kids' birthday parties on the tambourine.
They should. We should do that in the Kiss Castle. I'm going to bring my tambourine here, and we can maybe every time we say something, start
Oh, I'm sure they'll love that.
right in their little
People
ears.
trying to like drive to work in the morning were like,
Oh my god, that's
that
my
was
story.
funny. That was so funny.
Thank you for listening. Thank you for
Thank
giving
you
me
for
a
telling
safe
me.
space.
I needed that laugh today. I'm not
You're
gonna lie to you
crying.
guys. I'm actually crying. That was so funny.
You had a tough morning.
I'm having a little bit of anxiety today. Not feeling my best. Maybe that's why I'm kind of keeping to myself on the pod today, because I'm questioning everything that comes out of my mouth.
Don't do that.
Because lately, maybe I shouldn't talk. I think.
Okay, one of us is always texting the other. I don't think I should be allowed to talk.
I also don't think I should be allowed outside of this enclosure.
Which is fine. We can stay here forever.
I love it here.
I don't think that's the problem. I think the problem might just be that you are so critical of yourself and you censor yourself so much.
And I keep being like, well, Carrie Bradshaw did something similar once, and you're like, okay, well, let's not have that be our moral compass.
Yeah. I think you're a really good person. I don't think you need to compare yourself to her.
Sometimes I just do stupid things, and
Do you want to talk about it?
I'll just say, I don't know. Sometimes I don't know why I do such stupid things, but I think we need to normalize it because
You
I'm
didn't
not
really
perfect.
also do anything stupid.
I just got a little too drunk because I went to dinner to meet my dad's girlfriend, which is famously a very anxiety-ridden
That is your version of the 4th grade musical.
Riddening?
Having dinner with your dad's girlfriend.
Yeah. I don't know. I think that 4th grade story is like crazy. I can't even imagine if that happened to me.
Horrible.
Because I wasn't confident in 4th grade. That would have ruined me.
I think I was just starting
Oh.
to have it, and that really shot me down.
Yeah.
But no, let's talk about this.
So yeah, I went to dinner with my dad and her I can't talk either.
You're feeling really silly.
I'm feeling silly.
That's good.
My dad and his girlfriend. So I was nervous. So I drank 3 Cosmopolitans because I'm trying to be like Carrie Bradshaw.
And they were like, have one more.
They were peer pressuring me. I'll blame them. I had 2 and I was feeling good. And then she said, no, have another. And I said, fine, it's my birthday and you're paying. That's fine. Had another, shouldn't have. Just don't really remember much of what I said, but I know that I probably shouldn't have said it. And then I decided to have my dad drop me off at a girl's house afterwards. Some may call that a booty call, but it was kind of romantic. But I was actually being a maniac. I was like taking my clothes off, like heaving over the toilet. Like really embarrassing
Oh my God.
things.
I can't imagine you doing that. That's so funny.
No,
to
me neither. I'm so embarrassed. I woke up today in a sweat, being like, what did I do wrong? And then I texted her, oh my God, I'm so sorry. She didn't answer.
That is, I think, so mean and rude and, dare I say, evil.
And dare I say, I love to just copy you. I texted her before I went and said, just so you know, I accidentally drank a little too much. Do you still want me to come?
She said yes.
Yes.
She consented.
You saw the text.
I did.
So
You
that's
said it
not my
several
fault.
times,
I did,
actually.
because I knew that I was being stupid.
And she said, duh, several times.
She's like, just come.
Yeah.
So I went, not my fault. Woke up today, texted her, sorry, she didn't answer. Freaked out. A couple hours later said, by the way, also, again, I'm really sorry. And she said, it's okay, we'll talk tonight. So then I'm sweating, I'm anxious. I have a podcast to film. I act like there's like a production crew waiting on us
It's
to
just
film.
you and me. Yeah.
We're literally like,
and Frog and Toad.
Yeah.
And Theo.
and Theo, the guard dog. So yeah, that's kind of, I needed to get that off my chest so everyone kind of knows my headspace right now.
You're in the context of the evening before you.
And
the morning you woke up in.
a little anxiety. It's hitting.
I also think anyways, Mr. Anxiety is sort of living in your head.
Lately.
So
Well, maybe
I think maybe your
always.
whole life,
Yeah.
dare I say, right?
Right. And it's like, why am I medicated if... Can you imagine how bad it would be if I wasn't?
No, I can't. Because I got in the car and you
Did I look like I was
looked
saw a
like
ghost?
you were about to start crying.
I was holding in tears because I was like, she had just sent me the text that was like, we'll talk tonight right when
That
you
is
got
mean.
there.
I'll say it.
Right.
If you know someone is going to have horrible anxiety, just say
Just be
you
nice
were
to
fine.
them.
Yeah. Be
oh
nice.
my god, so rude. Ugh.
I will say later you text her again and she was nice. I
wouldn't say nice.
Okay.
She wasn't even reassuring at all.
No, I think she needs to be more reassuring.
And I have to see her tonight is the thing no one's talking about. It's my birthday date tonight.
Aww.
Isn't that kind of sweet?
It is really
We're going mini golfing.
I do like her.
I like her too.
If she works on this reassuring thing, I think it could be big.
Yeah. She needs to like realize I'm literally a girl. She's a girl too. That's a crazy thing about dating girls.
I hate that for you.
No, we're both girls. It's wild. Anyway.
And you're both trying to like outgirl each other. It's like who
gets to be the girl today? Isn't that crazy?
I hate that because I always want to be the girl.
No, because last night I was like making her watch She's the Man. That was like really my mission when I was drunk last night. I was like, if I don't see Amanda Bynes in a wig, I'm gonna freak out.
And she's like, I have a job tomorrow morning.
Right?
Yeah.
She's like, I need to go to sleep. I
Yeah.
was like, put it on. So we're like watching it. She's laying on top of me. I'm like playing with her hair and stuff. And then I realized, wait. I'm the girl.
Yeah.
I want to be on top of you.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I didn't even tell you this. I'm actually really embarrassed. This is like so not a big deal. But something about me famously, I love the word famously. Famously, the other day I fake tanned and I decided I'm the prettiest girl in the world again.
Thank God.
Which I am maybe half a shade darker. But I think it made a huge difference in my self-esteem. Last night, I'm laying on top of her. She goes, "Did you fake tan?" I said, "How did you know?" She said, "I can smell it."
Oh, does it smell like something?
Yeah. Oh, you don't fake tan. No, it doesn't smell
No,
good.
this is all natural.
And it's so beautiful. You're like a golden goddess.
Thank you. For a long time, I wanted to be white.
Isn't that crazy?
So it's just insane that we all have our own
beauty standards.
Yeah, beauty standards.
You can't
insecurities.
win.
There is no winning.
There's no winning. Yeah.
And every part of the world has their own set of beauty standards that you're adhering to.
Right.
So it's just so
it's
insane.
weird.
Yeah.
But yeah, it smells not good at all, and it like seeps into your pores.
Why don't they make good smelling self tan?
I think it's just like the chemical that does it. They try so hard to mask it, but it all inevitably has this little like smell of like it's actually, you can't put it into words. It's not a good. It's not like rotten eggs. So anyway, I was like, yeah, I did. And she goes, Coco and Eve? Yeah. How did you know? She's like, I'm really good with scents. I'm like, okay, I wish you said I smelled like literally anything else.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so that didn't help. I think maybe that's why I started saying negative things about myself, because she started freaking me out with that. Because you think I smell bad now, too.
And is Coco and Eve famously a bad scent?
No, it's actually one of the better ones.
Okay, so maybe she was trying to give you a compliment.
Maybe. But I was, the whole rest of the night, I was like, well, I stink. So, like, I couldn't get over it.
Yeah.
God, I had to get that off my chest. Thanks for listening.
No, I love listening. You didn't tell me this. This is really interesting. I didn't know self-tan smelled bad.
Oh my God, it's
awful. Does that make me ignorant?
No, I'm jealous.
Is it so cocky to say that? Let me in the lab for 5 minutes. I think I could make it smell better.
I don't know, because the thing is, it seeps into your pores, and then even if you shower and do all the things, when you sweat, you like kind of sweat it out.
This can't be good for you.
No, it's not.
Because it's chemicals just seeping into your skin.
No, it's not good for you. Absolutely not. I don't even know if it's better. I'm sure it's better than going in the sun.
I think they probably have really different bad side effects.
Yeah, I don't know how much it's been tested either.
It definitely sounds better than being in a tanning bed, for sure.
Oh, yeah, especially for me.
Yeah.
Because I'm like...
And it sounds better than being in the sun. So I guess this is the least of all evils.
Right. And it's like, I'm so the same color. Was it worth it? Was it worth stinking last night?
I don't think you were stinking. You never smelled bad once in my life.
Oh
and
my
I've
God.
been smelling you all day, if you think about it.
That's why I showered this morning again, because I was like, oh my God, I stink.
This is and you kept telling her probably, I stink, right? I can just imagine you being like, do you think I stink?
Yeah.
And she's like, nope.
She's like, do you want a cup of water? Why? Because I stink? Yeah,
That's
I would say that.
totally what I imagine you saying.
Mm-hmm. I will say it's been 25 minutes and I fear we haven't said much.
I do have a lot to say.
Do you want to get into it?
I think we should, right?
No, I would love to. I'd also love a sip of my coffee. And
okay, let's stop. Then let's get some coffee. And a coffee company needs to sponsor us. Coffee? See?
Coffee? Yeah.
Coffee.
Coffee?
famously. Okay, we're gonna have coffee and then we're gonna come back.
Yeah,
And
because
I do have a lot to say. I swear I do.
no, me too. I actually do too. I don't know what's wrong with me today. I'm feeling silly.
Nothing is wrong with you.
Thank you. You're so sweet. Okay, BRB.
You didn't throw up. That was the problem, I think.
That was the embarrassing
Yeah.
part.
I
All
don't
that
think it's
heaving for
embarrassing.
nothing. Jesus.
I hate the word heaving. The way people feel about the word moist is the way I feel about the word heaving.
Heave.
Heave. I was heaving over the toilet. Jesus
It
Christ.
sounds like what it is, though.
I do love when a word sounds like what
So
it
does
is.
moist.
I don't mind the word moist. I don't
I
know
love
why
it.
everyone is like, oh my god, moist. It's like people who don't have a personality are always like,
Right.
I don't like the word moist. Okay, be
Right.
funny.
That's like on people's hinge. It's like, seriously? That's what I need to know about you?
It's like the Office
Oh.
level of
Oh my god.
basic humor.
What we wanted to say, I was just like having a little bit of anxiety. I know, shocking that like maybe we've said nothing in the 25 minutes of this pod so far.
It's fine.
But then I remembered, if you guys want to listen to a smart podcast, there's this thing called the Huberman Lab. Highly recommend.
And he's doing what we are not doing.
We never said we're named Andrew Huberman.
I know you saw Kiss and you thought, oh my god, the Huberman Lab?
Right. Common mistake.
Yeah. I think that man is so attractive.
I'll say something, me too.
That's big for us. We never have the same
We
taste,
don't have the same
ever.
taste in
Maybe
men.
in the Venn diagram, Daddy Huberman is the
Only
only
one.
man. Yeah.
Do you think Harry Styles is hot?
No.
Really? Oh, you were a Zayn girl, weren't you?
I was a Zayn. Well, okay, I was a Zayn girl because I thought I had to be a Zayn girl because I was like, I'm brown, he's brown. I was going through something else
It
entirely.
always felt like growing up, you kind of had to pick one.
Yeah, there was so much pressure of like, which one is your boyfriend?
And you didn't get to pick the same one as your friend was the fucked
that
up
was
part.
the crazy thing. People would be like, no, he's mine. It's like, oh my god, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, it would be like, wait, so I'll be the Joe girl, that's fine. It's like, girl, be authentic.
Dude, we had Spirit Week at our high school, my all-girls high school I won't stop talking about, and we dressed up as the One Direction band one day. Also, I was in high school when they split, when Zayn left. Girls were crying, Madeline.
that was crazy.
I was like, get a life.
I
Sorry.
remember I had friends in high school who had a One Direction fan Tumblr with like 15,000 followers or something, and they were like royalty at school. Like, it was like, oh my god, it's the One Direction girls.
Honestly, that is a big deal.
It was cool.
15K back then.
On Tumblr?
Yeah, that's huge.
Only posting about 1D, like, that's huge.
I probably followed them.
Famously, I did not care about, I wasn't a Directioner, I'll say
I was a
it.
Directioner.
I was
Went
a
to their
belieber.
concert.
Oh, I'm so jealous. I would love to see Mr. Harold in real life.
I think I wanted to be a Harry girl, but someone claimed him. Okay, the thing is, when we dressed up as One Direction,
Oh, no.
I was Louis Thomas.
That's so funny.
Isn't that kind of mean to me? Yeah. And you won't believe I wore. Oh my god, I need to find the photo.
Did you wear a wig?
My friend had a wig though, who dressed up as a Niall Horan, which
Ew.
I didn't want to be Niall, but I wore red pants and a white shirt. That was so Louis.
He was wearing like colored skinny jeans. One thing about Louis.
and, then
And a
was
striped
I.
shirt.
Yep.
That was
the
kind of his
whole
thing. Mhm.
So I thought I did a great job with the costume.
I would kill to see you as Louis Tomlinson. See, I don't even know their names.
Tomlinson, right?
I don't know. I will say I think I had to be a Niall girl because everyone claimed the rest. So I pretended like I liked Niall.
And you didn't. But he does look the most like a,
Like my brother.
I was gonna say like a girl, and then I was like, I'm not gonna go
I
there.
think Mr. Harry is like the most femme.
Well, that not during his One Direction era.
True, he was closeted.
Yeah, there were all those edits, even still, of him and Obama.
I love the internet. I love the internet.
Recently, I was trying to explain Brat Summer to my mom, and it's hard to explain how many references happen online.
Right.
That if you weren't there, you just are not going to get it. No one's going to be able to explain Obama to you. You know?
Yeah. Obama.
Like, no one's going to explain Daddy Huberman.
Right.
You sort of need to get, you either get it or
You get it or
don't
you don't. You have to be there. That's so
And I get it.
true. Brat Summer is so
How would you explain Brat Summer to like a 55-year-old woman?
I would say picture this. It's 2 a.m. You're outside a dive bar wearing a white tank top, no bra. You have a tramp stamp, fresh. Still has the saran wrap on it.
Yeah.
Heavy eyeliner on.
Okay.
And you're carrying like a thrifted Coach bag, and you're like smoking a cig, but like famously a drunk cig. It's not like you've ever bought a pack. I don't know where I'm going with this.
And how would you respond if she said, oh, why is the Harris campaign using it?
So that's a good question. So the thing about Kamala, she's so brat.
And why is that? Because when I think of her, I don't think of her smoking a drunk cig outside a dive bar.
That's true. It is kind of just like elusive. Like, how do you explain brat?
Couldn't do it.
It's kind of like being a Midwest princess.
The way I explained it to her, I said, there is a popular album, Green. And she was like, the one that's half Indian? I said, yes, girl. Charlie XCX is half Indian.
That's true.
So half Indian women are having a summer. They're having
moment.
a time. And then my mom also, she's like following. She wants to be like in it with the kids. And then I said, that is what the summer is all about.
Right.
And if you're on the internet, you know about Brat Summer, and they're trying to infiltrate Gen Z, which is all about Brat Summer.
So they're making Kamala brat.
Yeah. And then Charlie tweeted, Kamala is brat. And everyone was like, perfect.
And so she's like the dictator of the brat kingdom.
Just like us with the Kiss Castle.
Now it's like Bible that Kamala is brat.
Yeah.
I will say yesterday in my Uber home at 2 a.m. After dry heaving over the toilet. I forget what I was going to say because the dog is just freaking me out. I will say in my Uber home yesterday after dry heaving over the toilet, there was that Billie Eilish song on the radio about wanting to
Guess.
No, what's that one?
Birds of a Feather.
Oh no, what's that thing? I sound like I'm 700 years old.
You want to guess?
No. No. What's the other one where she's like,
of my you want to know what I got going?
what's the Billie song about?
I'm literally
I'll say it. It's about eating pussy. What is that song?
I don't know. I don't do
You
that.
do. You know the Billie song. How does it go?
Lunch?
Yes.
Eat the girl for lunch.
Yeah, that's the one. That was on the radio. Like mainstream radio.
And did it say something else?
No.
But honestly, I want to eat that girl for lunch could be platonic.
And that's definitely what people are thinking.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. But I was like, I'm so glad that like our moms are being exposed to like girls wanting to eat other girls for lunch.
I don't think they're thinking too hard about what that means, though. I don't think they're
It's
connecting to the
subconscious,
lunch
though.
box of it all.
Oh, I wasn't even thinking about that.
You are now.
I am. You're so right. And
Yep.
that's why you're the biggest ally. But I think it's
Thank you.
subconsciously getting to them. Like, okay.
Girls can sing about other girls.
Yeah.
But then is it like, oh, wow, friendship is so in this summer?
Oh my God. And then after that, Chapel Roan was on the radio.
Wow.
Having a sapphic summer.
Yeah.
Sapphic summer. Brat summer. Kiss summer.
Do you think Kiss is the most spring?
Totally, because of the color palette.
And the allergies?
No, big on allergies over here in the Kiss Caton.
I took 2 allergy meds this morning just in case. I said I can't get allergies during kissing.
Yeah. And one thing about you is you do get allergies while kissing.
I know, it's horrible. I'm always like doing that. When we're like going through an editing, I'm always fidgeting with my nose.
And it's like, I swear it's allergies.
And you know it
literally is.
I wish
Girl
it
is
was.
crying. She's always like, no, it's because I rub my eyes. I'm like, I don't think that's how allergies work.
No, you have like little histamine receptors in there, and the second you start to get them going,
You're
they won't
fucked.
stop.
I
But
forget
why does it feel so good?
I know, I love rubbing my eyes.
It feels, and people are like, don't rub your eyes. Why does it feel so good then?
Right. It's so true. I hate when that
It feels
happens.
amazing.
It feels so good.
So then I start rubbing, and I'm always like, if I just do a little bit, it's gonna if I just rub the tiniest amount, but it never is.
No, you can't stop once you
No, you really can't. Where are we going with this episode?
It's crazy. I'm so scared. Like, should we scrap it and start over?
Or should we just continue on?
Comment below. I wish this was live.
Comment. I could really get into it because I honestly want to talk about this. I feel very strongly
agreed.
about it.
And again, hubermanlabs.com. Go there.
If you don't want an LBP, okay?
Yeah.
If you want a like introduction, thesis, middle body paragraph,
research,
conclusion,
one topic episode, go somewhere else.
and I'll say it as someone who's a fan of the Huberman Lab, boring.
No, so true.
Sometimes I'm sitting there, I'm like, girl, get to the point.
No, yeah.
Or girl,
it's
tell a side story.
say something else. Like, you got to the point, babe. We got it.
Yeah.
Like, I get it. Like, don't drink coffee 2 hours after you wake up. Okay, a Huberman.
You want me to die? You want me to never experience joy in my life?
Right.
Don't have coffee in the morning? What do you think I live for?
Do you think he's ever smoked a drunk cig?
Yeah. Have you seen? He's like covered in tattoos.
Really? I feel like he hasn't, because he's like, I feel like he lectures people in the smoking area at the bar about how bad cigarettes are.
For some reason, I don't think he does that. I think he's a little bit of a hypocrite. In the best way.
And that'd
I
be
love
sexy.
That. Yeah.
One thing about us, we're hypocrites. You're not. I am.
I don't like when a man smokes a cig. Be
Yeah.
normal.
Yeah. Honestly, breathe air first and then get back to me.
I just like, I think it's the diligence of it all. Being like, do
the right thing.
Do the right thing.
Do the right thing. When a girl smoke lately,
When a girl does it, it's a brat summer.
when a girl does it, it's like, oh my god, a treat.
Yeah, and when a man does it, it's like, okay, what?
Last
you don't
night
need a
I was
treat.
literally thinking about, like, okay, there's tobacco in the Bible. Like, why are we
When you were heaving over the toilet.
Yeah. I was like, he turns water into wine and I'm a bad guy. Like, what the fuck?
That's crazy.
But like, I can't be gay. But last night was the least
I
of
think
my
you
problems.
can be gay.
Well, in the Bible it said no homos.
Did it really?
It also said no tattoos. And why is the Bible our point of reference? Like, there's other religions. Has no one ever talked about that?
I fear we're going into bad
Okay,
territory.
you're right. Okay, cut.
I don't want to talk about the Bible.
Cut the Bible.
Can I say something? Sorry, we talked about nothing, you
We
guys.
talked about nothing, but it was like kind of funny and entertaining, dare I say.
So we were like, we're either gonna scrap this.
Because it takes a drastic turn, and we were like, these two don't belong in the same room.
Mm-hmm. They
Well,
become like weirdly serious. Those girls.
So the serious people belong there, and the silly, goofy girls belong here. So I hope it found
that
you.
makes sense.
Hope that helps.
Okay, bye guys. Love you. See you next week.
next week for more